Hi everybody, I hope you're all doing well and almost headed towards completing your projects. I've been working hard to trying to implement this Appraise website. Here are some updates from my end on what I've achieved so far and what I'm hoping to achieve within the next 2 weeks before I move on to the next phase of testing. So I have been implementing the Appraise, which is a website um, which would implement surveys for applications which need to be compliant. So I have been using the mean stack, which is Mongo, Express, Angular, and Node.js. So far, I have had a very interesting journey because I've had to learn all the languages associated with the creation of the site, and it has been a very interesting journey. I've not worked a lot with non-relational databases or NoSQL databases, so this has been my first brush with them. And I'm very happy to note that I've had lots of fun and I've been able to structure it exactly the way I want. The database schema is in place now. I have all the different collections, which are the other form of tables here. They are all connected with each other with the help of queries, and the connections that I'm using is a module called Mongoose in MongoDB. This helps me connect with the front end and the services. I've also set up wireframes of pages and the user input forms that I needed, and the pages that have structured are based on that. I have also included the create, read, update, and delete, the CRUD functionality for all these pages. And these would basically be adding, deleting, or updating data, or helping in searches. So that's how the output would be visible on the pages. And lots of pieces of these code pieces that I've added in are reused many times within the database structure in the background. They're used in the service APIs as well as the queries that I have been utilizing to pull out or update data. So that has been the part where I'm working on design and structure. This is something I've completed. Some of the pieces that I am still working on are role-based authorization. I would have 3 types of users or user personas using this website. One would be the admin, who would have the ability to configure the surveys and send them out to the system owners. The system owners themselves would be able to make changes to the existing surveys, and the general users would just log in and be able to see the data or the data that has been published. So I'm working on trying to update the authorization and the registrations for different users and try to test them out. I'm still in that phase, and once I've been able to accomplish that, I will also try and add in a dashboard, admin dashboard template from Bootstrap to make the site look a little better, but that would be only after I've finished my code testing. And eventually, once everything is complete, I would be hosting it on the Heroku site. I have also to load all my code onto the GitHub to be able to do that. On the other next section would be the user experience testing. I have created 3 personas: the admin, the general user, and the system or the application owners. These are actually 3 people that I would be requesting them to test the site, and I would be adding in their feedback and comments, and hopefully if there is any simpler updates that I could make to the site which would help in adding to the user experience, I would make the changes before I complete the project. And hopefully the experience that I've created now is less confusing, and it is something that the users will enjoy. But it would really depend on the kind of scenarios that they get while testing, and I intend to give them at least 5. Each type of persona would have at least 5 scenarios, and it would be interesting to see how they react to it and what they are looking for on the screen when they use the site. So I had initially thought of using wireframes for this, but I realized when I started working with the wireframes and testing it out with a user that I was not getting the required feedback, possibly because they were not able to see any live data. So I decided on creating the site or a prototype and using that, so that for the user experience testing, so that I could get a better, and they could get a better experience when they test. So that's been the update there. Apart from this, I have been also updating the documentation which goes along with the implementation. Most of these have been assumptions and other updates that I have thought of, different rules and conditions that I have set while, or assumed while creating this site. So I'm trying to put them all together in one document, or several 2 or 3 Word documents, and present it along with the site. You can find out more from my blog, and I'm hoping to get your feedback, if any, from this video, and I would love to answer any questions you might have. Looking forward to your feedback, and all the very best to all of you. Okay then, see you. Bye bye.